Hey there, it is Jer SD here, and I'm here today to go over my week number 6 of the IBL Season 6 battle that I had last week against my good friend and fellow mod, Uzzy Air Force 1, aka Uzzy, aka Daru God, aka Best Mod. Hashtag bars. Yeah, so I'm just gonna quickly go over it. His roster is Hoopa-U, Landers I, Alakazam, Vikavolt, Scizor, Megalele, Lycanroc, Dusk, Togekiss, Turtonator, Drapion, Hitmontop, and then the greatest threat of all time, the Yamper, which absolutely ran through my team. This thing is absolutely overpowered. I'm going to vote for it to be banned next season. Just an unbelievably crazy ability in Ball Fetch. Just makes it so overpowered. And I mean, look at these stats. Like, nothing on my team outspeeds it. Nothing on my team takes any hit whatsoever. It just completely demolishes me. Just look at that. Oh, look at those stats. So good. Anyway, let's focus on my team. So, Hoopa and Landorus were very tough for my team to deal with. He could run any kind of Hoopa, basically, and have success versus me. Whether it was Trick Room, whether it was Choice Bandit, whether it was Choice Specs, whether it was Choice Scarf, whether it was Nasty Plot, whether it was Agility, whether it was just 4 attacks. It was just, I basically had no switch into it on, like, first sighting, I guess. Unless I knew if it was physical or special and what kind of set it was running, I basically had to guess and either lose them on or take a hit kind of okay. So yeah, and so Tangrowth dealt with physical Hoopa pretty well, as well as most variants of Landorus, except for like a Swords Dance, Fly, maybe like Substitute, Toxic, SD, something like that. Crazy set from Landorus would make Tangrowth useless, but so just physically defensive Tangrowth, I had physically offensive Sugar Berry, 4 attacks, Tapu Koko, especially defensive a Bronzong, which helped versus Landorus. It also helped versus Togekiss, and it helped versus Lycanroc. Then we had Vikavolt was also a super scary Mon versus my team. You can see, like, just looking at this team, 5 Mons just straight lose to Vikavolt. Like, Blaziken outspeeds, but it doesn't take any hit, and it didn't automatically kill bulky Vikavolt with Flare Blitz. So yeah, that was fun. So Garchomp was kind of my answer to Vikavolt if it were to come. A little bit of special defense, max HP, and some speed. Protect to scout, hopefully on the Hoopa, or the Vikavolt, or things like Lycanroc. I think it was enough speed to outpace Togekiss. I think it was the base 80s that I was outspeeding with that. And yeah, so 3 attacks plus Protect. Then we had Scarf Blaziken, which did a lot of damage to things, but was here maybe to clean, hopefully, at the end. Then we had a kind of mixed defense, just bulky Will-O-Wisp, Defog, Rotom with Volt Switch and Hydro Pump. And of course you can see Leech Seed Toxic knockoff, Giga Drain there, and Gyro Ball Body Press Toxic Stealth Rock on the Bronzong. Yeah, so let's just go into the game here. So he leads off with his Mega Glalie. He also brought Turtonator, Alakazam, Drapion, Hoopa, and Landorus. I was happy to see no Lycanroc, because that was very scary versus me as well. And I was happy to see no Togekiss. but I was sad to see Hoopa and I was sad to see Glalie, because Mega Glalie also did a lot versus me, with Ice Move plus Crunch, basically. Freeze Dry, Ice Move, Crunch, just kind of did a lot of work. And that turns out to be exactly what he had. So he goes for Freeze Dry right off the bat, and I get frozen, but I thaw out, and I miss my Will-O-Wisp. So very eventful first turn there versus Glalie. So I hard swap here into Bronzong as he goes for another Freeze Dry. Here I should have Gyro Balled 100%. It would have killed a fast Glalie. I don't remember if he was actually max speed or not, but if he was, Gyro Ball would have killed, but actually go for Toxic. Expecting him to want to go into Landorus or Turtonator on the Bronzong, maybe to defog or spin if I were to set up rocks. But here he goes into Drapion. I go for the Gyro Ball, does not a lot of damage, so that tells me that he's pretty bulky. I go into Garchomp here, take the knockoff, get rough skin damage, and force out the Drapion here, as I just click Dragon Claw. Yep, and it turns out that he has very bulky Landorus Eye there, so not a lot taken from Dragon Claw. He sets up rocks, so go into Tangrowth, and he actually clicks Roleplay, which is a crazy play on his part. Crazy tech, so he gets my Regenerator, which makes him even more hard to deal with. And then I make a misplay here. I go into Bronzong on the knockoff. I should have just stayed in, because losing leftovers on Tangrowth wasn't as important as Bronzong would have been to the rest of the game. So yeah, that was big misplay. I get back to 27 with the Leech Seed, and just go back into Tangrowth as he knocks off again. Knock off my leftovers, and I click knock off myself, getting rid of his Black Sludge on the Drapion. He goes for a T-Spike here, and I go into the Rotom, hoping to defog. Sorry about that, had to pause for a second. But yeah, so he sets up a Toxic Spike. I go into Rotom Wash to hopefully get a defog off. I do indeed, here on the Landorus, as he doubles actually. He goes for knockoff, I go for defog, and here out speed. So I go for a Hydro Pump, get good damage off on the Glalie. I go into Blaziken on the expected Ice or Crunch move, thinking I might go into Bronzong. I go into Blaziken, he goes into Landorus as I click Flare Blitz, good damage off there, and then I'm going into Rotom Wash here, just figuring he either EQ or Rocks. He does go for Rocks, and I'm able to go Hydro Pump there and take out the Landorus as he takes out my Rotom with the Alakazam. I force him out with Tapu Koko and double into Bronzong, thinking he would go maybe into I'm not sure, but I doubled into Bronzong there, and I go for a Body Press. This was my kind of first mistake here, as I let him set up the T-Spikes. I mean, he would have gotten them up anyway, but I should have gone hard into Garchomp there. But I go into Garchomp after, and I'm able to click Earthquake and kind of take out something. He goes back into the Glalie, and dies to Rocks. So that's a kill for Bronzong. He goes now into the Hoopa, and I go for Earthquake, narrowly taking him out as he clicks Trick Room, which is super unfortunate. He has the Room Service item, which lowers his speed under Trick Room. Super cool there. He's going to go for Psychic there and take me out, and I go into the Tangrowth, and this was a roll here with Rocks. He goes for Dark Pulse, trying to get the flinch, but Psychic actually did more, so he should have done that, but he doesn't get it, and I live on 1 and die to the Toxic and take out the Hoopa there. But at this point, with Trick Room up, it's pretty much done. But interestingly, Tapu Koko didn't actually outspeed the Alakazam lag there, but he is Focus Sash, so it didn't really matter, as he's able to take me out with Psychic, and he will outspeed me under Trick Room, because I am Scarf Blaziken, and he will claim the 3-0 win. So yeah. So with that, we dropped to 4-2, 2 straight losses. One kind of an unfortunate 1-0 last week. This week was just an outright loss, I think. My opponent played better than I did, and I don't think the matchup was great, but whatever. So yeah, so we will drop to 4-2 with a differential of 14. And next week we take on the England Ampharos and his team, and the coach Nico. So yeah, GG to my opponent, Uzzy. Yeah, and yeah, that's everything I have for you today. This will be going up tonight, and then my Woods Week 9 battle, which also happened last week. I've just been so behind on recording. Will be going up tomorrow probably, and then I'm also doing a collab with my man Seth, hopefully tonight, which will be going up on his channel and my channel at some point. So watch for that. That's going to be kind of a Mon kind of breakdown in Draft League. I think we're doing Mudsdale, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked, leave a comment if you want to, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.